Hey guys, I'd like to talk to you today about a very exciting spinnerbait on the market from River2sea. It's called the Bling. I think anybody who fishes bass in North America has probably got more than one spinnerbait in their tackle box. I'd like to just kind of discuss a couple of reasons why I feel that this particular spinnerbait is going to outlast and outperform some of the ones that you currently have. I personally have switched over to this spinnerbait within the last 2 years, and anybody who knows anything about me, Facebook, Instagram, or otherwise, I talk a lot about this spinnerbait. It's called the Bling. It's from River2sea, and this is the abalone color. I do have Indiana blades on this particular spinnerbait. I get mine with the Indianas. All the spinnerbaits that I see at the local tackle shops have either willows or the occasional Colorado, not always the Indiana. I think they all have a different thump. They all have a different look. This is something that I feel like the fish don't see all the time, and I throw it for no other reason than that alone. This particular spinnerbait, all the skirts that are on these are tied. They're hand tied. It's not some rubber band that's going to crack and break, and this beautiful skirt becomes a hot mess in the bottom of your tackle box. Each one of the Bling spinnerbaits has a light wire on here for extra thump. And they did something really special here. This is something that really caught my eye. Every spinnerbait company out there, with the exception of this one, has the wire comes down, it has a factory bend around, and it just kind of sits up underneath this bar. They did that same factory bend, but then they went one step further and they spot welded it. I don't know if you can see that or not. But basically, what happens without the spot weld is you'll go to make a really hard cast or a weird cast, and you'll flick it just right and that blade will fly off. Or, you know, a monster fish hits it, he's shaking his head, he's going crazy, very unhappy about his situation, he throws that blade. If your $5, $6, $7 spinnerbait is only as good as the malfunction waiting to happen on the back of it, that's a dysfunction in your tackle box for sure. Now, you won't throw a blade on this one. You can change the blades on the back. They make it very easy to do that, but you will not throw one with that added feature. That's huge. The head on this is very attractive. It's got a very good paint job, and they actually did on the bottom here is they made that flat and flared. They flared it for balance purposes. This bait's always going to run true. And they made it flat on there, so if you wanted to skip it underneath some docks or around some pontoons or something like that, it's a very versatile bait. You can get it up underneath there with less friction, less backlashes. These are just a few of the things why I feel that this spinnerbait is one of the best out there. Another one, they have a hook that almost comes all the way to the back of the skirt. They did that to alleviate the immediate need for a stinger hook. You may still want to put one on there for insurance purposes. It doesn't hurt if you can get away with it. I personally am throwing this into some very heavy cover, thick weeds, under those docks, around logs, other things that I really feel like a stinger hook may impede my ability to fish it well. So I like the fact that that hook sits back there a little further. The other thing on this bait, some people like to throw a trailer on there. I personally don't throw a trailer, but if you wanted to, it does have a very good keeper for that. The bait retails anywhere from between $8 and $9, and that is a little bit more than your average spinnerbait, but given everything that it has, the way that it's built, and everything that it's doing for you for the long term, I believe that this is one of the best spinnerbaits on the market for your money. If anything, just kind of take some of these things into consideration the next time that you go to purchase your spinnerbait, and if it doesn't add up at the end of the day, then there's really no reason why you shouldn't be trying this one. I hope this helps, guys, and as always, tight lines. I'll see you on the next one.